Hi-oh, beaver! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Critscast for the Lockdown Throwdown 2 tournament powered by Phoenix Red, the Manco Store, and Critscast. But third place is still, like, no mean feat, you know. So we'll see what happens in this game. I mean, there's keys on the line, so actual monetary gain is possible from these teams. So I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, 6 was one of the ones which was predicted to do well in the whole tournament. They were predicted to go, like, you know, straight to the top versus Nerd Rage and Ascent. But for those of you who have just joined us, we do have a bunch of new viewers coming in. Welcome to the Lockdown Throwdown Tournament 2. We're in the Consolation finals between 6 and Karnax. I'm Lucky John by Wiethoofd, Looster, and Kermit. So we're going to be getting into this game anytime soon. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, if you do get 5 minutes of time and you have a little bit of spare dollar, I know that it's rough for people right now out in the whole world of COVID. Make sure that you head your way on over to our merch store. There's plenty of very nice merch you can buy there. It's a Teespring shop, I think. I'm going to be buying some of my own. We do face masks as well. Don't forget, guys, face masks actually work. We got that news in yesterday. CJ confirmed masks actually do stuff. So yeah, head on over if you get a chance. Head to our Discord as well. It will be much appreciated. And if you have extra money as well and you're rich as hell, go to our Patreon. So that's me plugging absolutely everything. Anything else you want to say before we get to this game, Kermit? Any predictions?
No, because I don't even get even close with predictions. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna, say I hope that everyone has a good time.
Oh god. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna throw a prediction out there. I want to say that I like the 6 roster. I feel like 6 have got what it takes. But against the Frenchies aren't gonna make it easy for them. So I'm gonna say the Frenchies are actually gonna take map 1. It's gonna be a slow one. I reckon it's gonna be a 3-2 scoreline. Frenchies take it, and then we are winning, gonna have 6 win 2 maps in a row, back to back. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into Karnax versus 6 for their first map on Snakewater. So good luck, have fans are out in the chat. Nasboy making his way in towards mid. It's going to be a little bit slower. Deli really quick on the draw. One nice sticky from Deli there. Already going to damage Nasboy, so that pressure is going to be immediately applied by these scouts. Trying to strip the overalls, but Korba going in really deep onto Deli. They take him down with the help of Opti, who's retreating into kitchen there. Super weak. Rash getting knocked back now by Gazzy and Everex just holding the W key. Dwoe is having to escape, and the Frenchies are being forced out of this mid pretty much immediately. Karnax is actually taking a 1v2 in kitchen. Did survive in the end, but it gets cleaned up by Gazzy in the end, and Raph trying to spell from kitchen on towards cars. It looks like they're going for a bit of a recommit. Dwoe is walking in. He is going to be bombing on the point. Nice rockets onto Nasboy there to take him out. Everex and Gazzy now going to be fighting on the point alone. Cars is actually going to get caught here in the store area there. Does get smacked into the ceiling, goes down. A rebuttal tries to go from callback. He does not find Olga, so Olga does survive there. So the scouts are too weak to go in, and Opti is just going to be unable to get in anywhere.
That looked like such a stupid push to go in from choke there by Karnax. Like they were like 3v4 and they just walked in with like even Uber. That was so nice from Dwoe. Like that was such a big chase. But like we did see as we were predicting at the start, Opti and Korback just double bombed, just absolutely mulched at the start of mid, and then they ended up losing in the end with the repush.
Yeah, after they got that pick onto the demo man, I don't think they knew what the game plan was. They killed the demo like, oh, now what, boys? That's it. Anyway, they're moving in with this Uber. It looks like Nevo's going to be taking this 100% Uber, and Cars barely survives there. Does get Reese up on the cabinet, but that sentry gun is still up. The NG goes down of Everex. The high bomb's coming out now as Dwoe's going to be moving in on this side in towards Callback. Does take him down. So there's 2 down currently. They are playing the point. There's some caps on down. Gazzy gets cleaned up. Unable to block the point. That's going to be a quick 1-0 to the Frenchies.
Yeah, and everyone was just so split up for 6 there. Like, I think Cars ran round spawn with someone to, the right side to try and heal the NJ. They've got a soldier hiding at the door of Korback, and they just had no real coordination there for the whole fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it takes there. One massive Uber advantage, running it into last, getting the picks you need and making it happen. So 1-0 already on the scoreboard, not slow at all. The Frenchies coming fast into this game. Looks like they're going to be taking the high ground. Karnax is just there, but Raph going in super high. Going to be bombing back towards Sword. Distracts them. Get on top of cars with Dwoe with a rebomb. And he's going to find that frag immediately. Olga is weak. Going to collect a pack from the Sword area. The team of the Frenchies currently really split up. Karnax is just going to get focused down. Raph is currently on the high ground. Cars is still respawning. Olga and Nevo now just going to escape, but Nasboy wanted to chase back in towards Raph. Going to take the 1v1 here. Maybe a mistake. Nasboy goes low. He gets cleaned up by Raph. Oh, what a pick. That's going to pay off massively when they repush mid.
Yeah, that's so bad. Like, I guess Nasboy will be getting forward spawn, but it's probably not. The Uber is going to come out from Olga here before they can get the spawn in. That was such a daft chase. There was no real need to take that at all. That's probably getting overconfident, I think, now.
Yeah, he thought that he could win on that fight. Everex, very close. He does get the pack. Dwoke gets weak. Everex re-peeking. He does find it? Oh my god, Everex.
Gazzy hiding in kitchen as well. Don't know if this is going to end up being a play that becomes relevant.
I mean, it could happen. It looks like he's going to be moving back now in towards lower, and he is now getting chased by Nevo. They know he's there. They smell blood in the water. Raph is over chasing, gets air shot back into lower. Nice little defense there from Callback to keep his scout alive. Car's now counter-popping this Uber charge as Olga didn't use first, and they are chasing super deep into lower, but the Uber is fading at the exact right time they want it to as they retreat back into kitchen. They have found two here as they're moving in towards the mid. Now the beam is up Everex's butthole. Nevo's getting retreated all the way back, catches a pipe from Nasboy there as karnax gets taken down as well. It looks like the push is going to continue from the side of 6.
Yeah, going to see the classic Nasboy spawn camp here. Will they be able to get anything? Hopefully, yeah, they're smart enough to not peek. Thank God. I think Raffling staying forward spawn though, if they can... No, I think they might have... Nice little smiley face of Sticky's quite daily. I'm a fan of that, I'm a big fan. I thought they might have tried to blast the Stickies away or something and Raff go for a sack play, but I'm guessing they're choosing to play safe here.
Yeah, it looks like that we're apparently in a radio cast right now. I just glanced at my second monitor and saw that we have a lockdown throwdown splash art, so it looks like we're going to be radio casting this one, sir.
Uber scenario.
As we're back! Victory. Okay, so looks like we've got Gazzy running in. He spots out the sentry gun. Opti is also in, so they're looking to make some kind of sack play. Spamming out the sentry gun. Gazzy just standing in the corner. Gets a little bit of cap time down. Buys some space for Opti to get in, but Opti just feeds onto the point. He does find karnax, and they get the sentry gun down. A nice little distraction there from Callback to manage to get the gun.
Yeah, so, you know, it was pretty clowny play, but you know what, I'd love to see a repeat of what we got last night in Snake, where I think it was TSM went for a full 5-man sack and just their medic just ran away. They just sacked 5 players for the force. I'd like to see something as just equally as clowny as that. Like, the 2-man was okay, like, they got a lot of cap time, but they didn't really... Was it Corbang, like, that went in the sack? Didn't really try and commit onto Olga, so ultimately it was just kind of a feed play, really. It wasn't really trying to go for a force. They got the gun down again, though.
Yeah, they managed to get it. Olga standing really close, actually. They're just going to be rushing towards the point. They're going for loads of cap time they actually have to use to defend that point. That is an incredible strategy.
I guess that's exactly what they wanted to happen last time.
That's insane.
I mean, this time, yeah.
Raph tries to go in the backside there to try and find something. Doesn't find anything at all. This would be a perfect opportunity now for the side of 6 to make their way in. They've got all this cap time up on the point. So it looks like they're going to be catching their overhills before they make their way in towards this last point. Callback just going to be edging over to that left-hand side. Looks like they want to take it left. Nasboy now going to be receiving a heal, and they want to pop it through. They do use through the doorway, but Nasboy gets immediately denied. Everex running towards the sentry gun isn't going to be Ubered anymore as the sentry gun eventually goes down. They haven't found any additional frags to go with this. Everex is going to be trying to edge that point there. Gets immediately directed by Raph, though. Good damage from him. The heavy is actually up on the point right now, so it's making it insanely difficult as Opti and Callback bombing him super deep. Karnax now facing the wrong direction. Gazzy's on top of him. They take him down, and that means Gazzy's able to cap out the point.
That was a really nice play, like from Opti and Corback there, just on the right hand side, just kind of distracting everyone, just making them look away from their scouts.
Very epic gameplay here coming up from the side of 6. Looks like they've switched on. It seems to be a very even game so far, so we'll see what they do on the mids and if they want to change anything up. Cars actually did die again on a mid-fight, so I guess Cars is going to be playing a little bit more passive back towards the Saw area, waiting for these bombs to come out from these soldiers. But it looks like they're very content with spamming Callback, going in super high, Opti going in super deep, and they do find Olga straight away, so Cars is going to be having to play super passive. Gazzy goes down, Opti goes down, so no scout to save Cars should a soldier bomb in. Callback's going in super deep right now just to draw the attention away from his medic and stop that chase. Raph goes low, nearly craters in fact, and it looks like they're still going to win this mid, but at the detriment of an Uber.
I'd say that was definitely worth. I quite like that from Corback, just making sure that, like, it may be an unnecessary death, but, like, you know, it just ensures that no one is going to be chasing after Cars there.
Yeah, it's a very nice little play to make sure that no one chases forwards and just drag players back. People are always hungry for frags, but it looks like they want to come from lower. Nasboy now just getting healed up. The trap being placed by Deli above Saw, maybe going to catch a flanking player come in, potentially call back, but he does just debt his stickies pretty much immediately. But it looks like they're going to be running through kitchen. Cars doesn't actually have to use Suzuba at all. But we got Raph and Dwo hiding on the high ground, but they jump all the way back. Nas super deep, like you just mentioned, but Dwo actually gets mega baited. Raph getting baited as well. They've retained this Uber from not using it, even though they went through kitchen. Nas jumping forwards again in towards Cheese. There's no stickies to block him. Damage down onto Deli and Lobby, and they find that frag. Olga is the only one left alive. They're capping up second, heading in towards last. Olga has 70% Uber to his name right now, and is hiding in the spawn door. He's got no one to heal. The second cap is about to go through. We do get the respawners, but the Uber comes out from the red side. Olga is isolated all on his own. They don't care about killing him. Callback does turn around just to finish him off, so he can't get any swords in. Raph is on the right-hand side, super weak right now. They're playing the point with the rest of the team. Everix is trying to get the cap down, but Deli now just putting stickies on the edge of that point, trying to defend it as Everix comes in with a scattergun to clear the last 2 frags.
That spawn was 2 HP and just for like the last 10 seconds of that there. It felt, that aggression though was just so nice. That's just like the zero respect. We don't like, let's just go. Like, you know, we've won the cap. It doesn't matter if we'll be at 5v6. We're just gonna go and we're gonna win with a Ruberad. It's really nice to see that they've just kind of turned it on after like how that first round went.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Nasboy making his way back in towards mid. Deli gonna hit him again. Deli seems to be winning out these fights, but Opti bombing in super deep in towards Olga. They knew it was gonna happen this time. Olga playing super safe, but he's bought so much space for his team. Cards goes into the skybox. It looks like he's gonna die to a crater there, and he does go down. They need to find the rebuttal, but the rest of the Frenchies all going down. Gazzy is on the chase on towards Olga. Can he find this? If Olga gets the arrow saw combo, he could take him down. But Olga, nice little juke here, going to be heading in towards lower, and he's going out back in towards main. Looks like a soldier coming in. He goes underneath and gets pickaxe down. Callback finding the frag and lives.
He tries to hide under the stairs, and Callback just runs in with his escape plan and lives on 3 HP.
That's incredible.
You hate to see it.
What a play from Callback. Absolutely incredible. This man is it makes Soldier look like an art form. But Duo is actually hiding in lower right now. No medic actually out, but he does get the pick on towards Callback there. So nice little pick there, but Gazzy's going to clean him up immediately. Duo actually killing himself with a rocket trying to find Gazzy. But Cards was super far back there, playing with his team on mid, knew that a demo and a scout wouldn't be enough to defend him against these soldiers on the French side.
Ooh, Nasboy playing very dangerous. There almost dies to the body shot there. Could have been headshot by karnax up on balcony. I feel like this sniper should probably just be a heavy, just an extra defensive class. Or at least if karnax switches soon, like he's not hitting anything here.
Raph is above the doorway. They haven't placed stickies on purpose, and they do have a sniper on the door. It looks like they pop immediately through lower. They haven't spotted Raph out yet. Raph now jumps down, hits the skybox, unfortunately, and is super low, but does get behind Everett without showing against anyone else. Raph's going to be jumping all the way back, just gets launched into the skybox. Karnax up on the pyro, but doesn't reflect a single projectile. The point is now being played by the rest of the scouts, and they do get that cap out as they finish up all these French players.
To getting that huge bomb in onto spawn just to get Olga, just using like, I'm not even sure, maybe like 60%, 70% over. That was really nice. Like, he just jumped in and just like synced 2 rockets and just nuked whoever wanted to stand at spawn.
Looks like we're now heading into our next mid, so 6 taking it super fast, 3-1 so far, but 18 minutes on the clock, everything still to play for, and Deli hasn't actually managed to hit Nasboy just yet. He's just trying to sticky him off so no aggression comes out. Raph bombing in towards Saw, Duo going in now, but we get the counter bomb from Opti and Callback, but they don't find too much on either side. It's going to be Cars sitting in a corner now, but it looks like the French have got a better position as they do have a player advantage. Opti stuck in lower, but the rest of the team is going to be retreating as Duo is threatening from lower.
I don't know if this Opti play game might end up just getting. I feel he's going to get caught by Raph on the respawn. Oh, actually, he's just going to go for a 1v1 against karnax on mid. He misses his air shot. It's even Uber, but like Nasboy, I think, is like just spawned. Like, this is going to be a pretty hard hold in second. Deli's just super up.
Duo onto Cars, gets the force off. Duo just hiding in lower that whole time, biding his time there, has managed to get the force out. Olga has safely escaped back towards mid on 100 HP, so one pipe could have found him, but not quite there from Nasboy. He did try his best, but it looks like Olga now going to be moving in towards grass with the rest of his team, but the rest of 6 very content to move back as Opti goes to sack his life away, decides against this. They did find Deli actually with the trap on the right-hand side, and Callback now just going to be getting caught here. It looks like it does actually manage to jump away. Opti also playing with fire right now on the side of 6.
Like, I was so like I don't know if it was deliberate, but like Deli was standing on like 40-50 HP or something, just on like right hand side near the train there. Everyone was looking at him, everyone was shooting at him, and then Duo just comes in for like the easiest force of his life, it looked like. I don't know if that was, I'm going to say it was deliberate. Very nice teamwork. Brass actually falling in, they're going to get Opti here.
Yeah, callback also looking like he's going to get caught here. He does actually get cleaned up by a long-range winger shot from Nevo. Great job from him there. Looks like Nasboy now moving forwards, just spamming some stickies up to that high ground. Cars now actually gets his Uber, so they've waited too long to use this advantage, but Everex actually getting dropped from the Uber. Olga still hasn't used. Sitting very defensively, milks for his lifetime as they're coming into the sentry guard. He gets immediately destroyed. Cars getting shoved in the skybox. Nasboy now getting caught out entirely by both of these scouts. Callback taking the high ground, but the point is now being played by Nevo. They need to get on top of it, but it looks like Callback's defending it valiantly. These players are so healthy on the side of the Frenchies and looking super hard to defend, and it does go the way of the Frenchies in the end.
That was so nice from Olga. God, he held that Uber for so long.
That was an insane milk from Olga, winning them out that round there. Medics do not get enough credit for what they go through in these games. The level of stress, his blood must be pumping after that, dude.
Yeah, the defense was looking good as well. It looked pretty good when they were all on point. Like, they had a good chance, but I think with both soldiers going on point at the same time, taking the same damage, it's a little too much.
Yeah, Everex standing forwards as well, getting caught out, unfortunately, in the front of the team when he should be. Everex actually going down immediately, catches a pipe from Deli and gets shoved into the ground, and they clean him up quickly with a scattergun shot. But it looks like they're willing to play super safe here on the side of 6. In fact, they are just going to leave this mid. As soon as they lost Everex, they wanted to play it safe and make sure they get back towards second, not willing to risk anything here since they have a round advantage.
Yeah, I guess Everex is, going to be their main caller as well. So, like, with your caller being alive and able to, like, kind of control the flow of the fight and stuff, you're really not going to have a very good time. I think the call was just, play safe, we have a round, we have even Ubers, I'll respawn and then we can go from there.
Looks as if they are just going to be chilling out now with Cars standing up on that train. He's just going to be healing up his players. They're just going to wait for some sack attempts to come in. Of course, the usual play is just to send someone through Sora and fake push the rest in lower, and that's just sort of the standard now in Prem. But Duo looking like he wants to go from window. Looks like they're going to make the distraction play from Sora. Duo now just going to get healed up by his medic before he tries to make anything happen. But Gaz in a very defensive position to stop any soldiers.
Yeah, it can be a kind of rough spot to be in scout sometimes, so you get spammed off, but it's just so powerful. Either there or just on the pipe where Corback is just one of the best places to deny any attempt from a soldier.
Looks as if he
get healed up, hopefully, to 300. Maybe Duo and Rask. They're just getting both healed, okay. Don't know if we're going to see a double sack or if we're going to see just, a distraction play.
Maybe they're waiting for someone to make a mistake on the side of 6 as well. They're just Nas is super aggressive
Here
all the
comes
time.
He's in.
Duo's flying in. He doesn't land the first rocket. Cars
rocket.
Beautiful surf there, all the way back behind the box to defend himself. So unable to find that second rocket. The train and the box is in the way of that second rocket hitting him. So they do have that player advantage now to play with. And it looks like Everex getting forced back by a couple stickies coming out of Delhi, doing a super good job. But Opti actually trying to get in lower, gets cleaned up by Karnax instantaneously. Gazzy with the 2-shot onto Raph. Finding that frag, that's going to open up some room now as well. But equal respawners and Opti and Raph is going to mean that we should just see a continued stalemate.
Yeah, we could see an off-blast. Like, Opti can definitely play sniper pretty well. Like, he can just deathmatch and everything, really.
Nasboy actually getting picked off there. Kaz is all alone. Doesn't want to use the super. Looks like he's going to run away. Nasboy, like I mentioned before, playing super aggressive, did actually get caught. So getting a little bit impatient. Callback just taking a 1v2 is going to get picked off as well. The Frenchies capping up the second point, moving immediately in towards Vasta. They do have their entire roster still standing. Opti trying to bomb forwards, does get Ubered by Cars. Olga still hasn't used again, so excellent milk there from him. But it looks like Nevo getting a little bit disconnected from the supercharge. Cars' Uber is now fading, but it looks like he did find Deli as he was not being Uber, but we do see the bombing from Duo. He doesn't manage to find any frags, but does deal a lot of damage to these scouts. Air shot on towards Raph from Corback, and it looks like Nevo's going to get shoved down in low with his medic. Karnax now still alive behind Everex, does get rocketed down. Eventually Nevo going to get forced all the way back with Olga. It looks like they want to retain this Uber as Cars did go down. Olga going up to 30% Uber charge.
That was actually nice from Duo there, just getting in through like all the chaos, so just manages to pick off Cars there, so it's like bought himself like 40% ad for the team. Gazzy's actually going to go sniper here. Wonder if he'll actually go for an aggressive peek, like, as opposed to Karnax is just sitting in your spawn. Again, Olga with the milk on last, very nice. Like he wasn't weak. His only scout that you could heal wasn't weak. No reason to use, and just milks for an extra like 2 or 3 seconds or something. Like, which is just an absolutely huge ad.
They're coming in with the Uber right now onto the sentry gun. Deli's getting bounced around everywhere, and they do manage to take down the gun, sticky off that right-hand side door, and now they're going to start moving across towards the left-hand side here, just trying to sticky up the spawn door, but Deli now just getting focused immediately by Gazzy, who runs in and destroys his face. Opti actually trying to bomb in, does land on Karnax's head, but it looks like the Red Uber now getting popped out immediately. Dwo is actually hiding there, and he is going to be jumping all the way to this right-hand side, and Nasboy on the chase, a little bit questionable as he's taking the 1v1 with Dwo. It looks like they turn around to clean up Dwo as well. Oh, callback
so
turn around. Nice
Dwo.
little air shot. Yeah, that was great from him, managing to delay them a little bit as they are now heading out towards second. Olga's in a precarious position, but a deep bomb from Callback to delay Deli from coming in. Cars actually nearly arrows Deli there as well. Very close to dying, but Raf coming in with a high bomb super deep in towards these red players. Gazzy is now overextended and cleaned up by Karnax. Karnax taking the 1v1 now with Everix as he is also overextended. Looks like they didn't manage to get their heals, and unfortunately Everix does create a... They're going for the recap now. Olga has managed to get his 20% Uber advantage as he did live, and now they have a 2-player out, so Nevo is making his way in as well. Callback is a full HMS boot right now. Deli's going to be spamming all those sticks towards his face. He needs to get on the point as they're trying to play it super hard. The Uber comes out from the red side. Gaz is up on the pyro class, but it looks like Cars currently doesn't have his Uber. 90% on him. He needs to get a saw here, but he dodges every single rocket there from Dwo. Super good job from Cars to survive all of that, while the rest of the team gets cleaned up.
But the Gazzy Pyro is a force to be reckoned with. I don't know if Everix is actually going to get this chase. No, he's not. He's just going to have to go back to the point. Oh, wait! Opti with the flash! Opti actually gets in and gets Olga. He went through a saw. Just as I was about to say that Everix and his chase were going to be completely fruitless. Oh, actually, Deli's going in. Deli's super deep. He's hit one pipe on Everix.
Oh, no! My God, Deli! What a pipe! Takes them both down, drops the Uber charge. What an absolute gamer. Managing to open it up for his team right now. Nasboy getting taken down by Karnax as well. Korvac taking the 1v1 with his French associates, but Korvac is going to win that one out. But Deli, just, oh my lord, what a play from him.
That was like literally the last millisecond pipe. Like it looked like he was already dead and the pipe just appeared from nowhere. That was so nice. But when he bombed in, his stickies that he laid down did nothing, and then just the iron bomber pipes just gets that drop, gets the 2k and drop.
Very unfortunate there, but it looks like Cars are just going to be playing very passive on the bridge. They don't need to be because no Uber currently on Olga, but they do manage to pipe down Deli, so that's going to open up a ton of room. They do find Dwo as well. Gazzy did die. Karnax now just going to be trying to get in through the flank here. Nasboy on the chase. Nasboy loves to chase these, man, but Opti going in early to try and get on top of Olga. Doesn't find anything there, but Karnax going in on top of Everix and does eventually get cleaned up. So 3 players down on the side of the Frenchies, whereas 2 down for the side of 6.
I'm not sure what that play was from Karnax. There was no, I don't know if he felt he was stuck behind, but I definitely don't think he needed to die there. The Uber's just going to drop out from Olga. He's absolutely skyboxed.
Oh, Cars, beautiful surf. Well, surfs all the way out of Saw and avoids the rocket from Raf. Beautiful gameplay there from Cars to avoid all that damage. They're heading in towards mid right now, and Cars has his Uber, and Dwo is looking like he wants to make a sack attempt, having lands on the point in front of the medic, but Cars with a nice little surf all the way back there isn't going to get taken down here. Nasboy getting weak, but neither getting cleaned up by a pipe from Nas. Is going to manage to keep himself alive, but Nas going to be taunting there. Nice little play from him to take down that scout, and they've retained their Uber advantage.
Nevo will be kicking himself over that. Nasboy was sort of like just one shot. That's all he needed to land, but he was juking too hard. Alda's done a good job building here though. Like with Karnax, they're probably going to have Uber for last unless 6 decide to go super aggro again. But it seems like they're kind of slowing down. Like, they don't want to go quite as aggro as they did, you know, in the last couple of rounds, but that they did end up losing, I suppose.
Looks like they're going to be Ubering through lower in towards the sentry gun. They take it down immediately. Gazzy's going to be playing the point there, forcing Raf back. He did come with the defense, but Olga now popping out his Uber return. Oh my god, Opti destroyed Karnax there. Everix does get taken down eventually, but Dwo with the pickaxe trying to survive on the left-hand side does get cleaned up as well. On the other side, however, we've got Gazzy taking a 1v2, but Nasboy coming in with the pipes, helping his scout out, but Olga's on the point with the swords out, but they do get the cap from under their noses, and that's going to be 4-2 to the side of 6.
That was a big distraction from Gazzy on the spawn there. Nasboy just walks in, just M1 and M2, just absolutely mulches everyone. That was well worked. You know, they did maybe they were a little slow, you know, giving Olga the chance to get his Uber, but it worked out.
Worked out in the end. We've got Deli making his way in towards mid. He's been faster consistently against Nas, but always finding that damage, but not on this mid. He does sticky Opti to remove his overheals, but Opti's going to be moving into that lower area looking for a bomb. But Raf actually catches a direct rocket, gets flung around onto the roof as the bomb comes in from Dwo, but Dwo immediately cleaned up by Gazzy, who was waiting for him and saw. Opti still playing around that kitchen area. He's just going to be relaxing now, but Raf on the low ground, not able to do much. Callback battling back towards Saw as Everex moves forward on towards Deli with Gazzy. They don't manage to clean him up there. It's Olga with a nice area to keep his 7-man alive, but it's going to be Nasboy now making his way over to the right hand side, getting the push down, but Opti's on the flank, gets on top of Olga. Big damage on towards Deli as well. Karnax running in to try and get the rebuttal onto Karnax. Gets cleaned up by Everex, and they're going to make their way in towards Saw now to get second push going.
Opti was behind for so long there. They must be so upset on the side of Karnax there. Like, he was behind in kitchen for like the whole mid, then just going behind to Saw, and just, you know, no one really seemed to keep tabs on him. That was such a big flank from Opti. This is very, very aggressive from 60. I guess they get to watch, so this is looking pretty good.
Nevo not managing to find any snipes as well there. He was actually on the right hand side shutter, but he had a shot on cars, but didn't manage to land it. It looks like they're going to be opting for this right hand side push. Nasboy getting a sticky on the door, looks like he wants to make the jump happen. Raf once again trying to hold above the shutter, but the stickies get blown away, and it looks like they're going to clean up the central going to be. It was only level 1. There are 3 stickies currently on the ground, stopping Everex from running directly onto the point, but he does get on it. He's going to be getting tons of catch time down, but it looks like Dwo manages to clean him up. Dwo gets super low, Nevo gets killed as well, and they just get stuffed in spawn, and that's going to be a 5th round to the side of 6, doing a super good job of getting that round down and making their way into this game.
Their last push is looking good. Like, admittedly, Everex got an absolute ton of cap time for free there just because there weren't enough stickies, like, even close to the corner he was on, but their last pushes are looking really solid from 6 here. Admittedly, you know, full Ubrad, but it's all in the execution.
Yeah, it's all in the execution to get those last points down. They haven't failed a single last push so far, apart from when Olga managed to get his Uber charge in the nick of time, and they managed to defend the point. But it looks like Callback going to be bombing forwards a little bit. Opti in lower there does actually find Nevo with the assistance of Nas, and Raft is going to be going back to the kitchen as Callback comes in for a super deep bomb to Deli's face to take him down. The rebuttal bomb comes in from Dwo, but he manages to land one rocket on towards Cars, and it looks like they're trying to find... Oh man, what a rocket! Oh my god!
Hey, OMG in chat from Opti.
What? Oh my god! Somebody clip that point! Oh my god! What a rocket! That's
Karnax
insane.
on sniper as well here.
That air shot managing to find Olga means they're going to have 100% Uber advantage coming in towards this last. Nasboy going to be leading in. Karnax manages to get the sniper to Gazzy, so it's a 1-player advantage, but the supercharge an even bigger advantage as they're making their way onto Deli's face. They're just going to try and clean him up. Deli's doing a really good job surviving for so long, and that's going to be most of the Uber firepower wasted. Cars with the surf to get away here, but doesn't matter, he's already used his Uber. But it looks like the entirety of 6 are all getting cleaned up here, and Cars is going to get caught in lower by Karnax, gets taken down. Karnax on an absolute tear, finding 4 frags in that last push.
That's what, and that's exactly what we were saying before. You know, Uber advantage pushes, but it's all in the execution. Again, we see here, you know, they managed to lose the push, and huge ad for Olga here. No heals on mid for 6 at all. This is going to be a rough force for Korvac and Opti here if they want to go for it with, you know, no overheal at all.
We mentioned how much of a threat Callback was in the pre-game, and he's really showing it off this game, finding all these picks that he counted with Olga. Dwo actually getting cleaned up there. Trap? That was a beautiful trap there from Nasboy. He does come up with some creative ones every now and again, so beautiful job from him.
2.0.
Yep. Looks like they do have full Uber advantage as well, yeah.
Opti getting some decent spam and choke.
Olga going to be moving in through blower as well with his Uber charge right now. Callback trying to make a bomb happen, but Karnax there to deny that one. Does get weak. Gazzy actually really overextending here, but we do get the bomb from Deli. Nasboy's caught once again. Does get piped down by Deli. And Kars has actually managed to escape here back in towards last. But is getting chased heavily by Nevo. But good job of surviving there. And Olga now on the right-hand side with the rest of his team going to be moving back as Raf gets knocked out of the air. And looks like he's going to get an arrow from Olga. Deli is all the way forwards right now. They need to link up with him and use this Uber properly. As Kars manages to get his Uber charge, they took too long arrowing players. And Nevo going to be running towards the point. It's just going to edge it before they use the Uber. And that's a beautiful job from them to use that Uber charge correctly. Olga did milk so much, however, that he is super low on the post Uber, which means that they could get cleaned up here. They do escape through lower as they find 2 picks onto Deli and Raf. And Nasboy barely surviving that engagement.
And then they just have the... Oh, actually, like, Karnax has gone in super late here, kind of dragging everyone back a little bit. Gazzy's pushing out on heavy. So the Uber came out really late from Olga, but then, you know, they just Ubered 450 health heavy to deal with.
This clown, man.
Well, he's down. So I guess it's 3 minutes. It's looking... It's doable for Karnax. You know, they could draw it up, but I think Gazzy's just decided, nah, we've
Raph
won
is in
this.
behind. Okay, so he gets cleaned up by Everex. Dwo's going to be bombing back towards the point as Deli comes in from the left-hand side there. They're trying to get on top of cars and make some kind of sack/point play. There is still some capture time down, but Olga, top right side, 90% Uber charge to his name, is going to get Uber before cars, but gets unlinked, unfortunately, there. And Karnax now going to be trying to fight in lower against both of these players. Uses the winger jump appropriately to try and escape, but can't quite do it. It's going to get taken down in lower. It looks like Six now going to be trying to make their way in towards second. No threat of a back cap. Raph is actually in lower and hasn't been called yet. Everex doesn't even see him either. Raph looks like he's going to make play. Bombing up towards the point. Lands on both the scouts, gets cleaned up immediately as the capture goes through. Opti going in for a bomb and gets airshot immediately by Deli and taken out. But it looks like the rest of the red side are in a bit of trouble right now as they had to use their Uber first. But that doesn't mean anything as the rest of the Frenchies did all die there. Car's body blocking so nicely with the Uber as its Uber fades. Deli getting bounced around, but he finds Cars. So that's an excellent, like, oh my god, I have no words.
Such a last second flick there from Deli. Deli's just seems to be the king of clutch in some of these moments here. Big bomb in from Korback and Gadget, so just going straight over point. They know they've won, but you know, they might as well just keep going for the log brads.
They want these logs, man. I mean, at this point, it's impossible to win. 1 minute 30 left on the clock as we continue this game. Raf going to be heading in towards the kitchen areas. They do have this mid actually capped out. They have Uber advantage now, so maybe they can get one last round on the board before they head into this next game. You know, just a little pick-me-up, you know, before you go into the next game. They're probably already thinking about the next game, what they're going to change. But it looks as if we've got Callback bombing in towards this grass area, Olga with 75%, Cars with their 30%, but no Ubers available as Deli gets taken out immediately. We've got Callback fighting on the flank here. Raf goes in for a bomb. Does land a really nice rocket on towards Opti, but it's cleaned up immediately by the dual rockets from Opti and Callback. But it looks like Everex now going to be retreating into lower. Gazzy's also going to be retreating with the rest of the team as they're going to be able to take this second point away from them.
This has just been a lot of deathmatch since last. Actually, quite a lot of it has just been, you know, this kind of sort of Metalworks and DM fights. Orgo's going to pop his Uber in, for once not milking the life out of it. Cars is getting his Uber as well, though. You know, one last Uber for the road.
Yeah, one last Uber for the road as Karnax here going to get cleaned up on this last point, but Opti also going down. Deli managing to find some picks here, and they couldn't make the repush happen. It's in a 3v4 situation, but they're getting boxed in by Nasboy. Huge pipes from him. Everex with the cleanup on Deli as well. Currently on an 8k. Moving in towards Raph as well, who's getting shoved down into this lower area, trying to take this fight with Everex. And it looks like he doesn't manage to win it, unfortunately. Everex on a 9k right now, and in fact a 10k. Doing such a good job in this game. Dwo getting forced back now as well. Nasboy doing so much damage here into the face of Dwo to remove all those overhills. Old getting chased as well. Gazzy finds that frag onto the blue medic there. 4 seconds left on the clock, and that's going to be all she wrote as this game goes through. Six are going to take this game 5-2.
That was a really fun game to watch. That was a lot of good back and forward. Just
as we are now heading in, as both teams have readied up, so good luck, have fun out in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, as we are now going live. So we're going to see what can go on during this game as Dwo and Nasboy going to be rolling out super fast towards the mid, and it looks like Nasboy and Deli getting there relatively equal times. No massive damage down towards Big Door as Gazzy's going to pressure them around, but we do see Raf going super early and get cleaned up immediately, with Dwo going for a drop down play in towards Cars, and he is going to find Cars pretty much immediately there, but Deli also going on the other side. We have got frags getting traded on either side as Olga getting cleaned up as well. Nasboy with a nice 2-pipe on towards Nevo. Karnax getting cleaned up, and that's going to be a white.
I was like having a quick look at like the demos at the start, and just neither of them really had much damage at all. I think maybe Deli landed one nice sticky. Oh wait, no, I thought he got someone get spawn camp. That was strange. No, but Cars I think was maybe like half HP. I think that's why Raf went so early. Just decides like, oh, Medic's kind of weak, I'm in. But was unsuccessful. But then Dwo with the other play just going up, drop down worked perfectly.
Yeah, it looks like we've got Dwo now bombing in towards the choke, but it's just going to get actually boxed there against the wall. Unfortunate there that he couldn't get anything else done. Raf also going in for a bomb, but gets nuked by these scouts and the soldier. Callback standing on that high ground, going to be bombing up towards the point there in the spot. Opti going super far forwards, but that's just going to secure tons of space for his team. Karnax, however, did manage to get in behind, so we're going to see if he can make anything. Looks like he's going to go in. Car's getting a little bit weak. He's going to retreat to the high ground now. But they spot out Karnax there. Gazzy's going to take a 1v1 with him. Is he going to win it out? Neva goes down as well. Karnax lives.
He's doing a good job surviving here. He's definitely going to go down.
They don't know where he is. They've lost him. They've lost him.
Oh yeah, they're looking at elbows and stuff. Yeah, they've got 2 soldiers on mid as well. Karnax just not moving. You know, it's like Jurassic Park. That's why the
vision is based on movement.
Yeah.
Karnax moves into lower.
Oh.
Gets
Boy
spot by
hasn't
Nas.
seen him.
No,
he
he's out to last. Karnax escapes with his life.
The French James Bond.
Oh god, he may as well be on spy. He's French after all. Anyway, we've got Opti and River trying to spam out the sentry gun, but he's not really finding too much damage down. That's just gonna be peeking through. Does spot Karnax up on that Pyroclast. Opti going for a bomb in towards the shutter, but he's just dragging Dwo back. Just going for a bit of a sack there, but they do find Dwo as a rebuttal kill there. Neither Uber's being used out here. Sentry gun's still alive as they have actually moved it into the gold spot now, so it's going to be even harder to take down. Sentry gun dispenser, also getting put up now, so Olga's going to have a little bit of that sentry armor to defend him, as the sentry gun actually getting cleaned up there by Callback, who managed to pick the shutter.
Yeah, I think that was maybe meant to be a distraction play for get the pyro away from the gun so the Corback could then spam it from River and with Nasboy from elsewhere, but apparently they didn't seem to get the memo and only one person was shooting at the sentry along with... Actually, no one actually was just Corback thinking about it. Nasboy, I don't know what he was doing. Try to spam it now. It is only a level 1.
Yeah, it's
Gazi going water. This is probably going to be...
Oh, it looks like they are...
actually,
actually use... Opti got the Force. No, sorry. Opti didn't get the Force. Someone else got the Force onto cars. He had to use his Uber. I didn't spot he got
Raph and Dwo are both dead, so...
Yeah, one or the other. I'm being so unobservant. I'm stupid. Raph got the Force. Interesting. Raph getting in behind. Super deep. Well played from him. But that does mean that Olga has Uber to now play with full Uber advantage. They have swapped off with Pyro and they've swapped off with Engineer. So they're going to be making their way up the river area here. There are stickies actually from Nas. Olga... Okay, they do get dead now. Olga getting spammed super heavily here. Nevo might get caught out. Raph bombing in super deep. Bombing around this corner. Nice little strafe there, but does get cleaned up by Nasboy. That should buy him some room. And he does get the Force there. Nearly actually drops Olga as well. But we have got Gazi actually currently waiting on the Spy class. And he's going to be hiding in Big Door.
Oh, he decloaks. This is a super aggro decloak. I think he just wants the demo to walk in, without actually checking the corner. But Dwo's... I think Dwo spotted him.
Dwo onto cards, gets the Force again.
Yep.
These soldiers managing to get in. They haven't got second caps. They can't really go last. They need someone to cap up. But Gazi's on spies. They haven't got that capture rate there to help them out. And the Frenchies know this. Karnax in behind cars. And he's trying to get some damage down, but they have now spotted Karnax out. He's trying to head towards mid. And he's going to try and actually cap up that point, I think, as they head in behind for a massive flank. But it looks like Gazi's just going to revolver him down. They know that there is a spy in the midst, but they didn't get any capture time down. I feel like that was the problem there for them.
Gazi runs into two of them in Big Door though. We've got Nevo, we've got Raph in through a choke, actually finds Opti.
It looks like they're going to find Callback as well. Yeah. They just clean them up one by one. And the crumble from the side of 6 just giving it away, Kermit.
I think this spy play maybe was a bit overzealous. They knew that they had full disadvantage. Maybe I don't know, I feel they could have just went with just a scout and gone for something more passive. These are the stickies, I was about to say, from Nasboy on top of point. Do get spotted pretty quickly. Everex, they're actually just going to go for an Uber trade.
Yeah, they're just going to bring the Super in on Everex. This is a total Everex call, but they do find Opti there with the Uber charge. So better Uber for the blue team so far. It's going to last a little bit longer, but nice little jump there from Cars to avoid the damage from the scat gun. And Nevo actually getting cleaned up there. They do get the second cap through, so this is going to be pretty big for them on the respawners. And Everex now running in through Big Door. A bunch of damage down, but Raph standing on that high ground is threatening so much. Everex with a nice surf back onto the high ground. Dwo now going to be on the chase, actually on towards Everex as he got super weak, but he can't find him actually. Everex now hiding, gets arrowed up by Cars, and he goes on towards Deli, and he finds that frag too, in towards Karnax, but can't quite find it, but good damage onto him.
Oh, Raph, or Dwo, whichever one, couldn't find them below the point. That was tragic. Oh, I'd be so upset if I was Deli right now. Yeah, the Uber trade was kind of a weird call, but then Nevo was just so deep in lobby, just in a 1v5 situation. I feel he should find himself in. Karnax is under point here as well.
Looks like he's not wanting to do it. Gazi's on Pyro. They're not going to win this last push.
Yeah. Gazi just running up river here.
He's making the Pyro meta, dude. He is the reason why things happen on Pyro, so I'm not going to question anything he does, because he's more skilled on Pyro by a country mile than I am. Or than anything I've watched on Pyro anyway. He is the pinnacle of Pyro gameplay.
It's real good. I like it he uses, I don't even know what this flamethrower is called. It's just some weird napalm or something. I don't think it's like some weird limited edition item. Yet you know he's got it.
Loot. Alien invasion update apparently. Yeah, big fan of the pyro class.
It's a
Anyway,
very
we've got
strange looking thing.
Nasboy loose cannon, by the way.
Loose cannon is super nice on this last.
Yeah, it's based on this last. You can shove people around on the point and stop them from coming through doors and stuff and just throw their whole team around. It's really annoying, especially when it's mixed in with the pyro. But Gazzy in water, just denying anyone from coming in super far forwards. He can't get spammed because he just reflects the spam. Yep. So, a good little play from him to defend water, so no backcaps coming out here. And the sentry gun from Everex. Gonna make it super hard to get in.
Like, it's a really hard, like, it's a really good setup. That's just really hard to push.
Alright, hear me out. I've got the formula. I've got the secret formula for winning. Okay, they run through main, hug the wall, go into secret, go to point.
Maybe not with the Uber, but I could definitely see that working out well with.
Just 2 scouts staggered.
Yeah. Oh, Raph just catching it. He's spamming the gun, just doesn't expect to catch the reflect from Gazzy. That's a silly death. And I guess Muscle Karnax is under point here.
Oh, pressuring that point a little bit. Dwo going in for the bomb as well. Nice reflect there from Gazzy to deny that rocket onto Cars. Callback actually going on top of Karnax as well. They do find that frag immediately. And that's going to be Deli down as well. So that is meaning that they're able to push out here. Nasboy's sort of weak, but he's going to get the packing lobby as they're moving through here. Looking like they want to take an Uber trade. But Levo now getting left for dead. He gets cleaned up there as he did eat a flare gun shot from Gazzy, which made him get chunked. But Olga now out in the open. Callback going to be bombing in towards this choke. Raf getting super weak as well. Car's moving forwards here, looking like he wants to take the super. Gazzy just reflecting people away from the point. And they can't get on top of Cars. This Pyro is doing so much work.
It's so good. Don't know if Gazzy's going back to switch now? Or if he's just getting ammo. Nope, he's just getting ammo. Yep, Gazzy's staying on Pyro. Oh, he's against Karnax, the 1v1. He just WM1s. Missing his flares. Oh, he sounds like. Nasboy super deep in choke here with Dwo actually behind him.
They did have to use the Uber to get in. They had to use the Uber to get in towards mid. Olga also used his Uber there, so that's what we were missing while we were watching this stupid Pyro 1v1 where the scout. We should see Gazzy respawn on the scout class. Yes, the Pyro is why we watch this game, man. We watch Gazzy Pyro for a reason. Anyway,
still behind here and doesn't get seen by Gazzy when he respawns. That's big. He's playing this very patiently. He's not like jumping around all the time, so like they don't just hear the rockets going off. This could be an absolutely fat flank here. Like everyone's just in choke.
Yeah, they're making a distraction play happen in choke. I think they're gonna start moving through choke, and they're gonna make a distraction play happen. Looks like Raph going into drop down now. Gonna be spamming some rockets now that they've seen him, and now the distraction is there. Onto a pass. Dwo finds it. Very nice play from Dwo there. Great team play from the rest of the Frenchies as they clean up Opti as well. No one's going to be able to get on top of Olga. He's in such a good position to escape. Gazzy currently in behind, has been spotted by Karnax now, so that means he's not going to find anything too easily. But that was an amazing move there from the Frenchies.
That was so nice. Like they just played it like they were patient enough and it paid off. That was really nice. And they were so close to Uber. Like I don't know what Cars was at. It's like 90-something%. They like just a few seconds if they felt better. And, like
15% disad is what they had when he found that Uber charge. So, oof, rough if you're Cars. Anyway, the scoreline is still 0-0 in this map. We are down to 19 minutes on the clock, so still all to play for both teams. But we are seeing Gazzy currently on a respawner. Everex not opting to go on the heavy class, and Olga now has that Uber advantage. Gazzy is going to be respawning on Pyro, so we have got that Pyro available, but he's still in the spawn door. Looks like they're going to be trying to play the point immediately. Gazzy now moving out. Everex on this Poot is doing so much damage to Deli, and he does take him down, so no Deli around on the side of the blue team. And Everex now just going to be staying on top of that point. HMS Poot defending it with his life, but they're all currently weak. Olga is the lone survivor, and it looks like he is going to be escaping out of river on his lonesome, and it wouldn't really matter if he had died or not.
Deli beefed like 3 pipes or 4 pipes in a row onto Everex there on the heavy. It feels bad to see. He got like 200-300 damage, so obviously heavy's gonna have just that much health. Yeah, you hate to see it. Really nice hold though.
Really, really nice hold from the side of 6. Looks like their lasts are very, very clean, actually, on the side of 6. They're making it like an impenetrable fortress to try and get in. Cars using that beautiful new Twiku invention that is no ghost arrows to keep Nasboy up and alive as they move in through this big door area. Cars actually drops to Deli! The pipe flies in, hits him in the toes, and he gets taken down. Oh, so unfortunate there.
What a pipe. Last white, that is only drops I think I've been to Delhi with the pipes. Now Olga's got full override, they can just come back. Hopefully they shouldn't need to use to retake mid here. Oh, Delhi with a nice chase on a car back as well. Sticky's everywhere for Nasboy here along mid. Opti's hiding in elbow. I don't know if he'll be able to get anything here. Gets the help. Oh, he blocks point. He gets
beautiful. That's precisely what you want. He survives as well. Going to be heading back towards the choke, and it is going to escape there as they get this cap eventually through. That's bought a lot of time. That's bought 40% Uber. Yeah, they are just going to be making sure they're all healed up. And Nasboy also getting... Oh, Delhi goes down as well. Opti's still alive in the backlines as well, so he's going to be jumping around. Going in towards Big Door here does eventually get cleaned up by Raf. But Cars has 60% Uber, so the longer they wait, the less they have a chance of making it all the way to last. But it looks like they're coming in now and on this high ground. Gazzy's still on the forward spawn and they know about it. Callback comes in for a jump in towards the medic. Lands on top of him. He does get a nice rocket off, but Olga still doesn't use. Olga is such a man with these Ubers. But Cars now 80% on him. Hasn't been building too well in the last few minutes. He has just had one overhill player with him. As they pop out this Uber, Cars in a precarious position. Nice surf off the scatter gun into the spawn door as the point is now being played. Opti's going to land on something. Cars healing up. And it looks like they are going to pop out this Uber, but Gazzy Pyro, there's nothing that they can do to get on top of this point now, but Karnax looking like he's going to come in through water. They do have some cats on down, they do clean him up in water. Callback gets airshot by Dwo and Raf at the same time, nice. And Delhi now moving in towards this point, just pipe back that scout, and Raf now trying to bomb in towards the point. Looks like he's going to land on the rim, but Gazzy Pyro is still up. He does sacrifice his life for it. Dwo is still alive as well, gets the airshot on towards the soldier. Kaz is coming out with the finger trying to make it happen, but he can't, and that's going to be the first round going through the Frenchies.
That was a really nice push there. Like, they were just like really unlucky. I think they were like kind of slap. I swear, like Delhi and maybe Rapper like in river, they'd been like fighting someone else, so like they weren't actually on the Uber. I think if Delhi had been on it, they might have actually been able to catch Cars like before he got the Uber. But as it was, you know, they managed to get the Uber. The pyro wasn't quite enough to save them, but did a lot. Really nice round though. Well played to Karnax and Crow.
Looks like obviously going to be moving forwards into the drop-down area super early on, along with Dwo just mirroring each other here in this mid. Olga's super weak, however, but it looks like Dwo is very content with chilling out in this lower area. Raf and Callback taking the 1v1 as well. The bomb comes in from Opti onto Delhi, but Delhi lands a nice pipe onto him to keep himself alive. But Olga actually dying to a long-range pipe from Nas is going to mean that they're going to just head back into this choke and play around their medic now. They don't care about giving away this midpoint now to the side of the Frenchies.
That was really passive. I think Dwo was like pretty weak on the low ground, so he didn't really want to bomb back in. They just had to sit passively, really. Shame to lose Olga for it, but you know, we get mid, they might be able to set up some sort of set play. Brap and live.
Everyone's super weak.
Oh, they actually dies to Evo.
Yeah, there was too much spam down on the
comes in though.
Yeah, the rest of the team coming in. Delhi super weak, does get taken out by Callback there on the fence, but it looks like Nasboy is the only one currently on the beam, and there's nothing they can really do here to get further in. Nasboy actually staying in, and it looks like that they may have to. They do in fact have to use the Uber as Karnax comes in behind. Karnax! He surfs to the high ground and gets away!
Oh my god! And he's in the one and he gets Opti and
oh,
look at Karnax are going beast mode right now.
That was so worth it. Olga's still alive as well.
And they've just all walked through choke.
They walk in for free. Karnax doing bits. That was incredible. The issue that you have there, Kermit, I think, is that you're trying to make this Uber charge ad that you have come through a tiny choke point, and you don't want to try and use the Uber. You're already going to be asking yourself some questions here, like how are we not going to get spammed? I think Big Door would have been a better choice of just playing that long fight out with the Uber charge and trying to get in for free, but they opted to go through choke. They dropped players, and that's what forced them into this situation. But Olga uses immediately. Around the corner, we got Karnax going through water. They run across the point and towards Nas, and they do find callback, in fact, because Nasboy was sitting in the spawn. But Opti is just going to be trying to defend this point as well. Kaz is going to get his Uber, like you just mentioned. They use it on Everex. Flashes Nasboy as well to keep him alive. Great job for him, but they have got split Uber right now. Everex is actually going to be weaker on the post than you think he is, as they clean him up here on this point. Just Nasboy there, but they do get it from under their noses. Great job there from the Frenchies to kite out the remaining Uber.
Yeah, like they just got a bit split up there, but I guess, you know, they have to, otherwise they're just going to waste all of Cars' Uber just in flashing. He did so well at the start though, getting the flash onto Everex and Nasboy to save them, but you know, I think Gazzy was on some weird flank on from middle. He just died to Dwo like pre-Uber. Like they were fighting 5v6.
Yeah, big good Dwo.
Super fast on the Nasboy.
And they clean him up with the help of Karnax there as they take him down. Dwo doing such a good job of opening up the Smith for them. Opti goes in super deep onto Olga as well at the same time as Cars goes down to Deli, and these scouts are too weak to make anything happen. Callback only on 100 HP. It doesn't matter what he really does anymore. He does land a nice rocket onto Deli, but it means nothing as Gazzy also goes down. That's going to be a wipe on the side of 6. They need to find something new on these mids, Kermit.
Yeah, that was such a fat mid from the Karnax team. I think just with Dwo going super fast onto Nasboy, and then like just some huge long range sticky snipe from Deli onto Cars, like and like he was fully in choke and like when he died. Crazy long range from Deli, really nicely played. Like Cars got a little bit of overrad, so we're probably just gonna have like a stalemate, but just while the teams build, unless someone just unless they go for this sort of feed where they have 4 people going lobby. Okay, the stickies from Deli don't get anyone. It was close though. It was like, I think one of the scouts was on 4 stickies.
Standard stuff, putting stickies on the shutter, making sure that no one can get through into the rest of the team. Karnax is actually hiding above that lower door as well, so they can leave all of their attention above. Karnax is going to be calling that the demo is actually in lower, as they do find Raph and Everix trading out. Ulti also going down there. So Karnax did a great job there with the assistance of Deli to find that, but Nasboy now in a very precarious position is going to be trying to escape lobby. Does put the stickies down, but Nevo's running in. It smells blood, but can't quite find it. Nas there, escaping only just with his life, and Gazzy's now up on the pyro.
Yeah, and Olga didn't quite have the Uber there. They couldn't really go for the chase. Karnax again, just still peeking though. Karnax is going, like he's just poking and prodding absolutely everywhere. Oh, Gazzy actually gets Deli, got hyped, but Raph's on Spy, standing next to a pyro. Oh no. They're all so far forward, they've got no respawners. Raph's got a free decloak on point.
No!
Raph! Oh, what an uneventful, what an anticlimax that was.
That's... Oh,
well read by Raph, very well read, seeing just how aggro the 6 were being, but goddamn. You do hate to see it.
Spit on this man. Disgusting, dishonourable gameplay. But anyway, he gets the round anyway. That's what you want to see out the side of the Frenchies. 3-0 there. Nice little rat gameplay there from Raph to win out that round. But we are now heading into our next mid. 3-0 currently to the side of the Frenchies, really taking it away in this game. Showing the 6 they are, what they're made of. And looks like they're going to be playing another passive mid, but Opti now going in for a high bomb callback, skip bombing across the point. They're landing in this corner on top of these players. Tons of damage down, so they're all committing fully. But they have got Dwo in behind Cars. He gets cleaned up. Deli with a nice spike, and it's just getting turned all the way around. It looked like such a good opening.
Yeah.
Alert. The control point is being
I was actually looking at Dwo's bid, like he changed up again. He didn't go drop down, he didn't go choking. He just sat nice and passive underneath. Like the Karnax team are actually showing, like they're definitely a force to be reckoned with.
For sure. It looks like they're going to be able to turn this one into a 4-0 as well. They have all the tools to do it. They've got Olga up with his 100% Uber charge. Cars only 20%. Everett's building that level 1 sentry gun. Gazzy back on the pyro to reflect those projectiles away from the sentry gun.
Oh,
can he find anything?
It's all in the execution. We said it before. Can they, with their full Uber advantage against a pyro and a sentry, take the round?
6 have been very good at holding these last previously, but they're going to go through the shutter. Nice little milk there from Olga, actually using those overheals on Nevo to make sure that they get this Uber out of that shutter when they need it. But Olga now getting sprayed back by Gazzy. Gazzy's on the W+M1 train as they find 2. Karnax is currently on the point, but so is Opti at the same time. Managed to crush him there. And Deli walking up, putting stickies on the point, gets cleaned up by Everex, who finds 2. And it's going to be Dwo and Olga trying to escape here, but it looks like Gazzy finds the flare kill. And he also gets the clean up onto Olga as he kill binds. Very well played there from Gazzy.
That's just WM1. Nice little crit flare, I think, as well in there. Good to see. Oh, Nevo's on sniper and forward spawn.
Gazzy staying on pyro.
Yeah, worked before.
Don't go back to spawn. Aww.
Playing responsibly. Wait, okay, so now Karnax is on sniper.
Okay, let's see if Karnax is able to hit any shots here in this game in order to open it up for his team. I'm feeling like he's just going to go for the forward spawn snipe. If Everex peeks this corner, he'll see that the forward spawn is open. And he does, in fact, spot it. He sees Karnax. Karnax makes his first shot, and they do hear it, so it means that they know that he's on sniper now. And it's going to be Everex getting taken down in the shutter door. The headshot onto Nasboy, even though the sniper was called, a pretty sloppy gameplay there, trying to make their way towards Big Door. They do have the midpoint cap and the super advantage, but it's slowly dwindling, and they won't be able to push for 2 down.
That I don't like. I guess that's just the lack of just don't show any respect to the Karnax sniper. Just peeking over and over and over. I don't know. That was just a really daft peek. I don't know why you'd go for that.
Opting to not stay on the sniper class as they try and get this midpoint back. Very questionable, actually. I thought you would have stayed on the sniper, trying to find a pick in towards mid, but apparently not. So it looks like we have got 6 now, moving over towards big door. Going to try and send Opti in behind, and they do manage to successfully get him through that shutter door. Nearly unscathed. He's just going to go around farming some small health packs, but Karnax now going to go and try and take that 1v1. Let's see if he can win this 1v1. I don't care. Okay, no, they move it through choke, and they do find Dwo as well. Olga does actually lose second, but Everix is in super deep. Abandons his medic for some reason, and they go in far too deep. And they're all just going to get cleaned up here, it looks like, in Big Door, and they do. And it's going to be now a 4v5 situation, but it looks like Six have managed to get some decent positioning here. But it's even better from the Frenchies as they are sat in Big Door as they bomb now on top of cars, clean him up immediately. Callback. Nice sink into Olga's face. This is the clean up Nasboy. And that's pretty much a wipe there. Pretty sloppy there from Six.
Deli airshot him as well, and that I think that actually, the airshot from Deli on the Corback like just fired him into Olga there. You hate to see it.
I did wonder why he was travelling so fast, because he didn't actually jump, he didn't skip or anything, he just jumped and got launched, so that was interesting.
As you said though, it was pretty sloppy from Six, like both scouts just kind of abandoning cars, like just not playing with heals properly at all. Karnax just going in monkey mode through choke there, just feeds for no real reason. Unless he's going to just want to spawn a sniper and hope for a stalemate. Gazzy's in behind though underneath, uncalled.
Yeah, Frenchies.
Drop down with a basher.
Oh my god, the damage from Nasboy, just totally destroying them here. Korvac actually gets piped while he tries to jump there, as Deli actually gets taken down there. There's only going to be one spam class in choke currently, which is going to be Dwo, who's going to be hiding above that doorway, but actually decides to drop down. And he's just going to play a little bit passive as this capture comes out. Let's see if they know about the second positioning. Yeah, and they do, and they're heading towards big door as Opti gets cleaned up there. Karnax still on that door, and Six now going to be rotating all the way back towards choke as they're being super slow about this. They are not finding their way back in. Dwo now on this door as Korvac jumps in. A nice little synchronized pirouette. But Korvac trying to get in there, does get airshot back. And Six taking their time here to get in is going to cost them second.
I don't know if why they're... I guess it was just from the Karnak sniper that just kind of slowed them down. They're just going to go for this Everett Super exchange here. Olga, the only person... Okay, there, he's got an Evo choke with him there. It's looking like Olga's the only person forward. They instantly rotate their heroes big door, though, into meet Dwo and Deli, though.
Yeah, they're trying to get that catch him off guard.
Gory end here.
Yeah, Karnax running up through lower is just going to get immediately crunched. He went for a bit of a monkey mode feed, but the air shot doesn't come out onto Deli as he did try and go for it, but Callback now going to be walking into that shutter with Everex. They've got a nice pincer maneuver, but Cars gets taken down in the back line, just Dwo finds it. Looks like Nasboy now going to get cleaned up on this point as well. Good little focus fire from the Frenchies. Callback goes in super deep. Nice in towards the movement on this man. Jumps around all of the rockets. Deli as well. Manages to keep himself alive, and they're going to be able to move in towards mid now.
The jukes from Olga there were so nice at the end. It looked like it was a really nice bomb, like a really nice jump from Korvac as well, but sadly amounted to nothing.
It amounted to very little, unfortunately, as they are now making their way in towards the second point right now. Gazzy still not up on the Pyro class, very questionable, I might add. But looks like they're going to be taking up River. Olga has 100% Uber to play with, and they are going to start getting some capture time down as Raph gets super weak. Is going to get arrowed up most likely here by Olga. But it looks like they're now moving it. Okay, never mind. Raph is not going to get an arrow. He's going to be left for dead as they are moving in towards River. With this Uber charge just on Nevo. Car's just trying to arrow to keep himself alive. Going to be running all the way back to the shutter. Yeah,
on his own. Just on
yeah, he's just no one's there.
Forward to the scout. Is this Condog or Olga? What is this?
Raph and Deli.
Gazzy's on Pyro. Gazzy and River. He got Raph earlier. This is a dodgy spot. You don't want to be spamming down River when you see the Pyro.
Looks like they want to still do it. They don't care. The flare
just fire
some as well. Look at this. If you look down River. Look down River.
Just a wall.
Oh my god, wall of flames. Yeah, try and get it through that, boys.
Oh god. But they are just all in River here.
Oh,
like, I guess they should be setting up to send in a sack or something,
Deli goes
but
down.
they're not.
They jump in to find Deli. Karnax jumping in to try and find Callback. Cars pops out of Uber. Oh, god! Gets dropped by Gazzy with the reflect kill.
No! Oh my god.
Gazzy!
Off-classer of the season. Oh, Jesus, man. You hate to see it.
Pyro is the best class in Team Fortress 2. It's been decided, ladies and gentlemen.
Karnax
Production is scathing me right now for saying that. Oh, fantastic. We're now heading into the midpoint again, however. It's currently 3-1 on the scoreboard. 2 minutes 50 left on the clock, so they need to get all of the rounds here and cap out this midpoint. They've got Gazzy on Permo Pyro right now as Dwo gets cleaned up there. It looks like they're going to cap out this point and then just yeet it into second because they must. They have no choice if they want to win this game and or try and bring it to a golden cap, however. But it looks like Delhi going to be sticking off this big dot and a good job of just slowing them down. All they need to do now is just buy time. And all we're going to be holding up top. Raph! By so much space, cleans up callback in big door and does tons of damage to Nas, and that's going to slow them down completely. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock now. They need this second cap directly into last.
Everett's got fucking destroyed by Dwo. He just runs in with, he's thinking he's got cars with him for the Uber. Oh, that was just overconfidence there. Dwo with some nice rockets.
They've got to run to last. Karnax running in. Onto cars, the flames of Gazzy to deny him. The stick is being shot away from the shutter door, and it's looking like curtains now, unfortunately, Kermit.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
we're
in garbage time, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the Frenchies taking away this map. With Dwo with a disgusting airshot onto Karnax is going to mean, onto Everex. I'm thinking of too many X's. But it looks like they're going to go for one last hurrah push in towards the start with Nevo saying, look, I can do it too, guys. We're on the Pyro class. As Gazzy goes in through water. Just going to be air blasting people off this point. Gazzy doing a super good... Oh, he's capping up! Gazzy Pyro MVP!
It's such a good play, just have the Pyro go water and just air blast everyone off. It's so good. And just completely underutilized. He scored Pyro to mid, might as well.
Yes.
Game's over.
Yes!
There's no TCM possible at this point.
Unfortunately, 1 minute left on the clock. Let's see if either team can get around in this time. We're doing a speed round, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have Raph going for a high bomb one towards Nasboy, but Everett to the immediate cleanup onto Dwo, but Karnax with a rebel kill to Everett. It's Opti moving up, drop down as well. We've got Gazzy now running across the point as the Pyroclast callback goes in for the bomber towards Raph. Raph getting cleaned up inside of the elbow area with the flames from Gazzy. He gets pushed around like a baby boy, and Nevo now getting shoved as well by Callback, but Callback going to get cleaned up immediately by Karnax. And he does go down. Nasboy super overextended in this elbow area, gets super weak. It looks like Nevo's going to try and run and kill him, but he eats a pipe to the face as this mid slows the hell down, and Nasboy gets cleaned up eventually, and Raph now going to be retreating back into the mid.
30 seconds left. Yes, we need to just watch the Olga cam. I guess he's got the Uber. Oh wait, Opti is just skyboxed. Oh, he just missed. He just misses the sight. That was actually almost incredibly bad for Opti. There was so much damage. Everett in a 1v1 and big door.
Yeah, incredible. Gazzy finds Olga though at the end, right at the end as the final kill. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to a game 3 in this Consolation final to see who gets third place. Frenchies winning this game out 3-1 on Gullywash. My predictions are now totally in the bin. I don't care what happens in this game. I just want to see some good TF2.
Yeah. There's Daily, we could have started earlier if you didn't deny Olga. Opti saying we could have finished already if you lost Gully.
Oh, incredible. Both teams now going live, ladies and gentlemen. So good luck, have fun out in the chat. The Frenchies versus 6. Let's see who is going to come third and who's going to come fourth in this tournament and take away those key prizes. As we're now making our way into our first mid. Nasboy going to be rolling out very weak heading in towards the health pack there. Delhi doing the same. Looks like they're going to arrive relatively even. Nasboy a little bit faster. It's just going to stick you off that left-hand side there. Nevo now running up on towards the point. Super aggressive here as Dwo goes in for a super high bomb. Going to be landing on Nasboy. Yes. Oh, the airshot from Dwo. Oh, disgusting. The rebound from Raph into Karz's face. It's going to be Nevo. Callback. He finds Nevo, but Nevo with the sword kill. Two NS's in the chat for callback as well.
Yeah, that's just what you want to see. Oh, Deepo's actually 1v1 against Gazzy. Just loses it. Has to get his boy. Has to get Everex to back him up. But yeah, that's exactly what you want to see on a Metalworks mid. You just want to see soldiers just skybox themselves. It's just so much fun just getting to do that. And it was they staggered them, so Dwo went first. He gets on Everex, got some onto Nasboy, got some damage on cars, and then Raph with the follow up. It was really nice.
Yeah, beautiful maneuvers there from these soldiers. Like we mentioned in the pre-game, these soldiers are super good at getting these bombs off and coordinating with each other, and it's really showing that these teams are what it takes to be in these Consolation finals. So it looks like the rest of 6 are going to be posturing towards this alleyway area now. Just as we've got Raph bombing in super deep. Opti looking like he's going to go for a bomb. Going in super high. He's going to be landing in that team. Opti finds it onto Olga super deep. As Callback and Opti both going down. Great play there from Opti.
Nice sticky actually coming out from Deli as well there, just on the cars, but Duo gets caught out before he can try and follow up on it. Everyone's just dead here. Deli might get a nice pick for log damage, just nothing.
It's a wipe.
Yeah,
They get deleted.
You could just skybox yourself so much in this map, like going round. That's really the only bomb you can do as well in this map. You just, as soldier, just jump round the corner.
Looks like they're going to be playing the point
Everyone's
pretty
up
much
on.
immediately. They've got this Uber and they do use it to save Eric's life. They need to flash Gazzy as well, who is getting weak also. They do get the flash onto him as Duo getting bounced around this point. Raph doing a super good job of just defending this point. He's still alive. Gazzy gets the clean up, and that is going to mean that the rest of the team want to come back in. The confidence is there. Opti now just wait for an arrow, but says, screw it, I'm going for the point. He bombs in, gets Olga off it, and he caps it out from under their noses. Opti, well played in that round.
I was so clowny. I just watched the Raph cam, and all he did, he just kept jumping up and down on point, just trying to, do some damage, but just make sure that he lived. That was close, but ultimately 6 is round.
Excellent gameplay there from 6.
Yeah.
Really, they're showing them that it ain't over yet, ladies and gentlemen. We can make this happen in this best of 1 game now as they're moving back into the second mid of this game. 27 minutes on the clock, so still all to play for. Nevo going to be heading in from lower, back on towards the point. Gazzy running in from lower onto Deli, just get a load of nice damage down there. As Deli gets cleaned up there by nice stickies, the dual bomb comes in from the red soldiers in towards Olga, but they don't find any good damage. Raph now going in super high, but he's now being scattergun out of the skybox. Opti goes down. Raph also going down there. He's bombed in way too deep, but Callback has been forcing the blue team out of this mid entirely.
Really nice by Olga though, managing to actually survive both Korvac and Opti bombing them at once. They're just going to give up second just because they had such late deaths, but they're at least going to have Uber. They might just try and go for some. Yeah, they're actually just going to go for some aggro play here on its second with their spawners coming in soon.
Nas with a little jump there to escape, but Olga eats a pipe,
Korvac down.
and that's a huge amount of damage going into the blue team. Olga's going to be playing super passive now, but not really capitalising on the damage that they dealt there. I felt like they could have got aggressive if they'd known that they'd landed that pipe on the medic and not just onto the demo man. Not really understanding the damage situation there, unfortunately.
That's just how it goes with blind stickies. Duo meeting Opti had dropped down there, but Duo. Oh, can he hide? Gazzy's on the chase under. Nah, he's okay. I'm assuming we're going to see something probably similar to what we saw before with Opti and Korvac just bombing round high in this alleyway here.
Yeah,
Again, Opti's at 300.
Here he is. They're making the distraction play happen here. They're moving the scouts in. They're trying to bait it, so it looks like they're going to try and take an Everett. Everett's going in super deep there, but Opti is in behind. Olga now retreating into the shutter as they send the second soldier in on top of Deli. Oh, nice Uber there from Olga to save his demo man's life there. As they try and get onto the cars, they do land the rockets to get the force out there. A good pop from cars to keep himself alive, but Karnax gets 1v1 by Gazzy in lower. Deli goes down to Nasboy, who has been lurking in lower this whole time like some kind of weird land shark. And now he's going to be moving in towards lobby with his team. It looks like they want to pressure last now, Kermit, as they're now heading in through the main door as the 3 respawners have come in. It's an even player scenario, but 1 second until the spawners are there. They're pressuring the capture now as we do see Duo and Karnax respawn, as we do see Everett's also coming as well. Nasboy with a nice pipe towards Karnax, but Nasboy now getting cleaned up as well, and Duo's going to force him back, and it's just going to be an even Uber scenario.
That was such a nice push on its second though, just bullying everyone from point into the lobby. Like, if anyone's caught outside, like, they know Olga wants to go out through the shutter, so they just go for everyone else. Gazzy almost gets air shot, though actually gets cleaned up though by Korvac. Raph behind gets cleaned up as well. Nevo in a weird 1v1.
Oh, Korvac wins that one actually.
Yeah, and
they
actually
get the back
Opti was
cap.
on last. I didn't see that Opti went last.
Epic
He
gameplay from
did
him.
have the paint train. I saw it as X2, but I didn't think it was optical and paint train gaming.
Well,
Gets that back cap.
I didn't think about that. The paint tray is actually a super value item for soldiers on this map. Since
Yep.
you're bombing so high, it's super hard for scouts to deny you since you're coming in that high. So it matters a little less that you have that extra bullet damage coming into you. So the paint train helping out on all these captures. Absolute genius gameplay coming out from Opti there. But it looks like we now come into our next mid. Nasboy getting super weak super early. Is going to need to get arrowed by his medic. Does get an arrow from Cars, so it is meaning that he's going to be full HP. Raph now going in for a high bomb off the opposing team's wall on towards callback for the defense as Opti comes in for a bomb into Olga. He gets flung into the air there, but Opti unable to find the second rocket. But he does find Karnax though. Deli gets arrowed down by Cars. And it's going to be Raph now moving all the way back. Car's super safe with the rest of his team. Raph just going to get an arrow now. He might go for a sack attempt, but it looks like they're just going to be chilling in Valley here, and they're going to escape back out towards second.
Opti hit. So, like, I like the decision making from Opti on sitting on mid there. Like, he jumps Olga, he hits a lot of damage, but he just surfs that way instead of trying to go for some low percent air shot. He just, gas. Okay, he gets immediately spotted. Actually, Raph catching that pipe.
They can pressure super hard here. Olga's in a really bad position, actually. Yeah. He could get stickied off it, but does jump back across to the bridge to escape the damage yet.
I was going to say, like, yeah, Opti just, he ends up, instead of trying to hit, like, some weird air shot onto Olga, just goes for, like, easy damage on a scout, gets one frag, and then turns, flicks, hits the other for, like, 110. It was, just really nice just seeing the decision-making come out there. Opti, actually, speaking of, goes down.
Yeah, he tried to get a rocket onto Karnax, lands one rocket in his face, Neverex comes in for the cleanup from the 100 damage rocket. So Opti now on a respawner, going to be coming back into this game, but Duo is actually sitting in lobby above that drop-down area. We've got the soldier bombs coming in, and nice rocket onto Raph there. Raph getting super weak, gets piped down by Nas, as Everex goes down as well. Good damage in towards this alley area. Callback going in super deep to Olga. Olga a little bit out of position, but it doesn't matter. He's not even going for the medic. He's going for Deli, and he finds it. Nice pipe from Deli, though, to take him down. That is going to be at least something. There is tons of damage down. Nasboy lands a mega pipe into all of them, and Kaz is shooting arrows trying to kill Olga, who's stuck in this corner. Nas running forwards. And it looks like they're going to go in towards the point here. It's going to be Gazzy running, but Kaz doesn't want to be in this. Kaz super weak, and he has to use, so he doesn't crater. But Olga used as well. So on the other side, it's actually an even Uber trade right now. Both going to be fizzling out at basically the same time as they both fade. Gazzy all alone, overextended on the bridge, is going to get cleaned up for the full damage. And Everex here going to be running away with Kaz.
It was very strange just seeing, like, both teams actually end up using it at the exact same time, but not directly against each other. And we're probably gonna... No, I was gonna say might settle in for some sort of stalemate, but look, Raph's just super deep immediately.
Yeah, Raph knows that they want to get something rolling in this game. We don't want to spend the whole time chilling out, but we've got Nevo going down first, and that's going to be a disaster there. It's not what you want when you're trying to take these slow fights, someone going down nice and early, so Deli's going to be retreating through low with the rest of his team. And it looks like the side of 6 are going to be making their way back in towards alley. They're really favouring this alleyway side.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, it's the only place you can really, like, reliably push and not just go down. Opti's in super deep onto Olga. Misses one rocket, hits the second. Nasboy pipes. Oh, actually hit another bit of damage on Olga. He's kind of weak. I gets the health back on, or could get the health back under, but leaves it for a soldier. So even over scenario, Opti's down. He'll spawn soon enough. I think we're probably going to stalemate. Maybe see another sack. Corback getting a little aggro here and seeing that Deli's super extended.
Looks like Corback and Nas are just going to be chilling out in the lobby area, or Corback just coming back to get some heals, in fact, as both teams settle in for a night of Dota? Team Fortress. I'm playing the wrong game. I'm done.
Yeah,
wrong
game.
They could be playing
the soldier bombs round, maybe.
I'm 100% certain right now that Karnax is actually playing Minesweeper, just sitting AFK on top of the sheet metal, doing nothing right now. Anyway, so
Corback and Opti going round for their bombs onto Olga.
Corback going in super deep onto Olga.
Olga just doesn't know.
Olga there tries to go balls to the walls, doesn't realise how many rockets are being fired, and drops the Uber. Unfortunate.
You gotta respect it. Ballsy play from Olga, but did not work out for him. Double soldier bombs, just too much.
Yeah,
Raph
I think what happened there is Olga knew he fired 2 rockets to get to the position he was in.
Yeah.
Fired 1 rocket, hit the second one, and then was like, he didn't reload one, but he reloaded 1 in midair, so he had 3 rockets for the land. So well played there.
Car's actually popping really. Olga was just super far forward in his own there. Just dies with 0% Uber.
And Deli there getting cleaned up as well by the remaining Uber that they have on these 2 scouts. They're going back to cap up this point. Karnax now on this left-hand side. Does get spotted out by a soldier, but Callback very wary of these players and good reaction timings is going to be able to take him down. Nevo also going down. We've got Raph trying to bomb towards the door. There's going to be Nas cleaning up that frag with a sticky bomb as they are now getting dominated. And Dwo also going down at the end there. And that's going to be a capture there. It's 3-0 currently to the side of 6, looking very strong with 90 minutes remaining.
Looks like we might make it for 21, but the game might be over in time. In the next 10 minutes.
You say that, and then we're going to go to a golden cap.
Start. Yeah. God, I hope I've not jinxed it. It would be quite funny if I had, though, I'll be honest.
Caster's curse to the maximum. I think that's the most caster curse we would ever see. Anyway, we've got Nasboy moving into this mid. Deli actually rolling out through lower this time around, changing it up a little bit because they need to make something happen on this mid. Dwo going in for a high bomb now. Raf getting super deep as well. On towards callback. Dwo lands actually heading in towards lobby as they bomb in and they find callback and Opti. Olga actually went down as well. And Dwo now getting cleaned up. Car's stuck
Karnax.
in the corner. Karnax finds the cleanup. Yeah, that's what you want there. Raf and Deli are too weak to make anything else happen, and Deli is most likely just going to get chased down. Does sticky jump out back towards the alleyway area, but Everix doesn't care. He places one sticky down. Oh, Gazzy the flank. Beautiful.
That's unfortunate for Deli. I don't know why, I could just feel it. If Everix committed, he died. It's just, I don't know. Sure. Deli wins those.
Yeah,
Nevo playing really aggro here in this, over these Nasboy stickies. So I feel like something I've not realised is that when Six have been going for these plays through Valley, or through the alleyway, Nasboy's just alone in house. Like, he's not even got a soldier with him, it's just Nasboy. I feel like if they can get rid of the stickies, they could just rush in and get him.
Yeah, I feel like that's the play though, isn't it? They don't realise that he's that far forward, so being alone means that he could potentially get a sneaky trap kill, which could open up not one but 2 frags. So it's a pretty heads-up play from him to try and do, but like you said, pretty ballsy to try and achieve. Olga now gets a Zuba as Cars did actually die, so it's going to be the 80% versus the 100%. So let's see if Cars can build this Uber fast enough to get it in case that they have to take this Uber trade. But Everett's building rapidly here. But Olga gets forced in the corner by Opti, like you just mentioned. And it looks like the Uber now getting popped from Cars onto Everett's, but gets juggled a little bit. So this Uber is going to be a little bit shaky, but manages to relink nicely as going to be Nevo getting launched into the skybox. But Karnax is still in. He's trying to find Callback in this lower area. He's desperately trying to find the frag. Callback screaming to his team for help, but none is going to come as Karnax gets super weak and lower. But somebody kill this man for God's sake, as Nevo comes in and kills Cars. This is not what you want, unfortunately. They get pistol whipped down eventually, and Raph is super weak in alleyway as well.
I was sitting watching Raph in some awkward 1v1 against Nasboy, where Nasboy and Raph were both just missing everything on each other, but it seems like I was missing out on watching the real action. So it will be a slight ad, like 20 ad for Olga here. Don't know if this is what Gazzy wants to whip out an off pass.
Opti's on Mantras.
Interesting. Deli goes down as well as Raph here.
We're coming in for a super bomb, super deep on towards Callback's face. As they did a ton of damage there.
Yeah, I feel like Team Karnax may have slightly, given up here with some of these dumb plays they're going for. It's Olga going to go for a saw.
I talked about it before with the Mantras in a previous cast and how it stops you from being denied.
Olga lives on 7 HP. Everett beats his pistol.
4 HP. Super low there. Oh my god.
God damn.
Anyway, so since he's using Pain Train, right, and he's taking that additional bullet damage, when he goes in for these high bombs, it reduces the amount of force you take when you when you're like in the air. So it's super hard to deny this meteorite that Opti is trying to become, and that's the reason why he's managing to get into these situations that he's getting into. Yeah,
but at the same time, it also costs him 100 damage just to do 2 jumps. Like, his overheal was just immediately gone. I don't know if that slight little optimization and damage taking is worth it.
It's fine. When you sink 2 rockets, when you sink 2 rockets into a player and you are in that splash rate as well, you're going to die anyway, so who cares?
True.
They're now heading in towards lobby. We have got Dwo up on the sneaky French boy. I know that he is already a sneaky French boy, but he's even sneakier now with the help of the Invisi Watch. And Dwo actually... Dwo. Very sneaky. Okay, so he manages to get in. He's into the bridge. Nearly got bumped there by Gazzy. He's back onto the bridge.
They don't know. Was just shooting randomly underneath the point there.
Yeah, they saw the shutter door open, but I think they thought it was a player, so they've just sticking off the shutter instead. So they cannot know. They can no longer peek it. But Dwo moving down into lower, and Cars hasn't clocked it. Is not turning currently, even though the spam comes in.
Looking right at him.
Yeah, nice little rocket there, just to splash him to find him out. Beautiful.
So still full Uber, but actually Nevo going down as well should just be a push, I think. For 6. Opti super deep, one big rocket.
The sentry gun couldn't stop him. They do take it down, The kill onto Opti with the Frontier Justice as Everex also goes down. Raph getting launched as well. Does get cleaned up eventually here, but Callback going to be trying to get back. Duo manages to find that frag as well, and that's just going to stick up that shutter as he retreats. But it's going to be Duo as well moving in with Deli to try and get onto this second point. But the Mantrad's showing off there because he jumped into a sentry gun and still managed to get on top of the medic. But Nasboy now getting traded on with Olga as they both use out their Uber charges. It's slightly better for the blue side as the Uber fades first on the red side, but it's not really much to play off of. But it looks like they managed to maintain this second point. It's just going to be a bit of a reset, it looks like.
Yeah, with Duo down as well though, it might be a bit of a... Ah no, he's up in one. I was going to say it could have been a ruffle, but they're looking okay. That's just
still
a push in this right side though.
Onto Deli, they find that frag, but nice focus there from Duo. Olga goes down, nice arrow from Kars onto Duo to do a little bit more damage, but Kars is the lone survivor. Raph is on the chase as well, as Kars now going to be trying to okay, he just killed once, yeah, beautiful.
And Deli gets it, not Raph. Deli gets the credit.
Control point is being captured.
My man's been robbed. But gonna have some, maybe like 20 ad or something for Olga here. Yeah, close enough. 20 Uber ad for Olga.
Yeah, going to be building up that Uber.
It feels like these pushes from second to mid have been really, like, I don't think there's been a successful one so far. It just looks
pretty hard to do.
rough.
They're respecting super hard.
Almost. Yeah.
There's no Ubers currently out on either team, but I think the side of 6 are respecting very hard. Not holding forwards, just building super far back because they know that ad's there. Not wanting to make any risks, even though they've got 3 rounds on the board and 12 minutes remaining. They are in the driving seat to take this third place so far, as we've made it to a best of 1 situation, as it is even on maps currently. Winning out Snakewater in the first map, and losing to Snakewater on the next for 6. So Deli going to be moving through lower as they do use like this Uber, wanting to use this Uber advantage to the best of their abilities. But Kars now has his Uber, so they're going to rotate in through lower. Olga super out of position now with Deli. Deli getting knocked around here by Nas as they only just use out this Uber. Nice milk there from Kars. No pressure on two as they clean up all these players. Nasboy with the damage. They find Deli as well, and that's going to be a huge cleanup for the side of 6.
Yeah, that's looking like it's just going to be around here. Like Deli especially has such a late spawn. Yeah, they're just leaving Opti cap with his pain train. Everyone else is on last. Raph trades with Corback, doesn't matter. Everyone is round over. That was such a nice collapse on mid there.
4-0 to the side of 6. One more round and they will take away this third place. 11 minutes left on the clock. Can the Frenchies pull out the bag? They can technically still do it, but it's now mentally a tall ask.
I'm going to say that it's doubtful that they managed to pull this back.
It's doomed. Anyway, they're making their way into the next mid. Deli rolling out from lower again, with Nasboy going to be rolling out on the top of house, but Nevo going to be standing on top of this point once again, getting super deep, and Raph and Duo going in super hard as Opti now bombs out in towards Olga. Oh, Callback comes in as well, but Olga there with the Jukes manages to survive. It looks like Raph is going on top of Kars as well. Kars with a nice little surf there to escape as Deli tries to pipe it down but doesn't quite find anything there. Deli getting super weak. Airrag's now going to be taking a 1v1 in lower but gets joined upon by Nevo, so he's not going to end up winning that one. Nasboy finds Duo on the way out as he jumps all the way back to bridge and escapes back towards fast.
Yeah, that's where he just jumped in and just, like, Duo just landed right on stickies that Nasboy just played. I'm actually going to see an Uber trade on second here. This is super aggro from 6. I guess they just want Ubers out of the equation. Oh, they actually get Nasboy. This is huge for Karnax here if they can actually live. So much damage coming in from Corback though.
They should be getting...
Yeah, oh, what a collapse.
Yeah, beautiful collapse.
They just waited.
Oh,
didn't even get a cap.
Oh, Kars, beautiful arrow to save his own life there onto Raph. Gorgeous. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, Nasboy asking, why go so deep?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm asking, why go so deep? They had 2 people on the Uber, they had like Olga and Nevo. The rest could just sit outside, but no, they just decided that they're all going to chase in lobby without getting the cap. They did not need to go so deep. Though we could have asked Nasboy himself why go so deep on Snakewater. He was definitely going super deep. He didn't even die that much, but the deaths he did have, they were pure questionable.
Very questionable indeed. Looks like we are now making our way forwards now with Kars with his 100% Uber. Looks like they're very happy and content to move now in towards this alleyway area. I thought they were just going to chill out mid there for a second. But nope, they want to take this Uber in. They want to clean this up with a 5-0. Everex actually getting punched super early. Kars on a very precarious spot as he could get punched here. Everex getting weak. Gets cleaned up. Raph drops!
What the fuck?
What a flank from him.
Oh my lord. It's just the reverse wipe. Nasboy is probably going to die as well. He's just stayed too long, I think. Is he actually going to live? Nah. Oh, that second pipe on a goal. But
Disgusting.
yeah, he stayed a bit too deep there as well.
The comeback is on, boys!
Yeah. Are we going to get any spawn camp kills? No, Gazzy.
They're throwing them a free round. Looks like we've got a forward spawn heavy to try and slow them down.
They
But
can
Olga
all
still
back
has to
spawn
do.
right now, but they're just standing there.
They want to do damage. Kaz is healing them up in the spawn door, but looks like now they're going to back spawn. Kaz is the last one left in that spawn door, and Olga with 100% Uber versus a sentry gun, and Kaz is 30% Uber. But this sentry gun is in no good position whatsoever. It's only level 2 as well, and if they make their way in now, it could be disastrous for them. The sentry gun going all the way up, and now it is in the correct spot that it needs to be in as the Uber now gets in, and Deli now going to be bombing into that spawn door as the rest of 6 just going to be retreating to that spawn. Sticky's currently on point, so it's going to be hard to play it, but Deli now going to clear that point off as the Stickies now get decked, and it looks like the Scouts are going to stand it. It's 4-1 on the scoreboard. Signs of life from the French side.
But that was so big from Rafa and Duo with their flank, just getting the drop onto cars. That won them the round. Just that one play in alley.
Beautiful play there from Rap.
Gameplay.
Yeah, that's going to give them a little bit of mental warfare now. Can we get a TCM game, ladies and gentlemen, coming into this last game in the best of 1? Who's going to make this 3rd place? Deli making his way in towards mid with Nas. And they're just going to be trading out the Stickies again. Deli actually getting the better of Nas here, going to be doing tons of damage, but Nas is actually just sticking him out. Loads of damage down. Currently, as the bombs come in, Duo gets cleaned up there, but Everett's getting super low as well. They're trying to focus him, but they can't quite find it. Opti on top of the point here, trying to get on top of Deli. Doesn't quite find the damage, but nice rocket onto Karnax there, and just knocks him into the dirt. Deli going to get caught out here as well. It's going to be Nevo now, trying to take this 1v9 million people. And it looks like they're able to clean him up here. Everett's going to be moving forwards. Duo is the last survivor. Apparently Olga had 96% Uber there, Kermit.
Yeah, it was close. Yeah, not a drop from Gaz, just that, dead medic with his dead scout.
Unfortunate. Looks like
Evo spawn on sniper.
Point is being captured.
Gazzy now going to be standing on that point, capping up this area right now. It's going to be called back, collecting that pack in lower. Everett's now moving into the point as well. Cars has its Uber to play with. 6 minutes left on the clock here, so it looks like it's going to be 6 taking away this game, but callback gets headshot by Nevo as they move in now for this Uber shot. They don't care that they've lost 1 player as they clean up that sentry gun pretty much immediately. Everett's going to be edging this point now. He's going to be nearly capping it out. He does get a nice little flash to save his life as Deli, Stickies, and Det. Opti going to be moving in for the bomb in towards this point here as Karnax going to be getting cleaned up here on the Pyroclast. Neither going down as well. Everett's with a nice bomb. Duo there, like a meteor into the earth. Gazzy trying to get in here, but Deli should pipe him down. Gazzy on the point, gets cleaned up. Nasboy trying to get Stickies down on top of it. His Corbett now gets a respawner. They're trying desperately. There's so much cat's eye. Oh, Deli with a pipe. Cleans up Callback in the area there, and Deli just going to get arrowed up by Olga and does survive.
And Olga's now got his full overcharge, 90 health. Gazzy's on. Oh wait, Opti in with his mattress there. Heard the screaming eagle sort of noise there. Raf's going super deep for cars here actually.
We have secured the control point.
It looks like Joy's going to be going in towards this
Oh,
mid.
the stickies. I think that was a blind death. Oh, getting the drop on
Incredible.
Olga. You hate to see it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've got whispers in my ear that we're going to have to actually wrap up this game very sadly in the Consolation finals, but we're going to watch the rest of this round and go through to see what's going to happen and whether we can predict the storyline, skip out garbage time in this game. Apologies, but the grand finals are nearly about to start as Callback goes in, manages to find Karnax. Good pick there. Raf going to be bombing all the way back. Is getting super weak going in towards Ali. He's going to collect the health pack to save his own life as they are now going to be capping up this mid and heading in towards the bridge as we do have Duo inside of house. Does get the force onto cars there, which is what they needed. It's going to be Naspo now going forwards on towards Olga. He does get a flash, but Nas going in. Why? Please
I think he
stop
got
this
blasted
man.
in. He must have.
60 HP, he gets arrowed, they do have 2 picks, they can make their way towards last. Olga is currently weak, they're all getting healed up, just bullying their way in. Opti with the bomb into Raf just hits him from behind. It's going to be Deli now, eating a ton of damage. They do find cars, but that means nothing. There's no one in Uber, Karna's getting destroyed, and that's going to be it. The round goes through. It's 1-5, it's statistically impossible here, boys, and that is going to be the game, unfortunately, as garbage time has now hit. They cannot do this anymore. And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be 6 winning this Consolation finals. And they pretty much GG'd already. And we got ahead to the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen, for the last game of the evening. It has been me, Lucky, as your caster, with Kermit on my co-caster, Luster on the camera, and Wiethoofd on production. And apologies we got out for this. We did have some numbers, but who cares? It's going to be 6 taking away the Consolation grand finals.
Hi, old beaver! Away!